Okay, let's find the derivative of this using the product rule. I need to rewrite these without radicals, so that'd be x to the 1/2 minus 3, and this would be x to the 1/2 plus 3. This would be p, this would be q. So from our formula, we're going to need p prime. Derivative of that, take your power, put it out in front, lower it by 1. And then the negative 3 drops away. So that gives us 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. And we're going to take the x to the negative 1/2 down to the denominator. We don't want negative exponents. Now q prime, the 3 is going to drop away, it goes to 0, and we got x to 1/2 again. So it's going to be the same value as that. So that'd be 1 over 2x to the 1/2. Our formula is p prime q plus p q prime. So for our derivative, we're going to plug in p prime, which is 1 over 2x to the 1/2 times q, which is x to the 1/2 plus 3, plus p, which is x to the 1/2 minus 3, times q prime, which is 1 over 2x to the 1/2. Now I'm going to write these as single fractions. So this would be x to the 1/2 plus 3 over 2x to the 1/2 plus x to the 1/2 minus 3 over 2x to the 1/2. Now since they have the same denominators, I can add together the top parts. X to the 1/2 plus x to the 1/2 gives me 2x to the 1/2. The 3 minus 3 drops away, and we got 2x to the 1/2 down below. And since these are the same, this gives me 1, and that's my answer. Now there's another way you could have solved this problem. They say to use product rule, which is why I showed this way. These are conjugates of each other. Conjugate means the first part's the same, last part's the same, sign in the middle is different. Square root of x, square root of x. 3, 3, minus, plus. With conjugates, you can multiply them together by multiplying your first items, square root of x times square root of x, which is x, and your last items, negative 3 times 3, which is negative 9. And then for your derivative, the derivative of x is 1, and negative 9 drops away. And that's your answer. Now, since they said use a product rule, that's what I did. But always you should look in a problem, if it doesn't specify, is try to see if there's some kind of algebraic simplification you could do. You can see it makes your life a lot easier.